Hey Loren, this is Ryan here. G-Force is going to go over your Rhino with you here. We got this thing fired up on, I have it, you can see it hooked up to my fuel bottle here to the carb. And it'll fire up with my fuel bottle. Sits there and runs, idles everything perfectly. I went ahead and checked compression and spark. You're getting strong spark. You have about 90 PSI compression, which is a little low, but nothing crazy. This is for this guy right here. This is for your, shut this off. This is for your temp sensor right here. So the wire is broken. Your wire is down here. Go around to this other side here. This is your, so your wire's just hanging right here. So the wire just broke for your temp sensor. So we have to go ahead and just add some wire and get that put back together for you. Also, your choke is broken right here too. It was holding out like this too. It's a connector on the bottom right here, and it's supposed to be a boot to hold that in there, so that's also broken, so we'll have to get that replaced for you. Going about the non-starting and running issue, it's not pumping actually fuel, because if you can see it, when I sit here and have it running, this line comes from your pump down and gets a vacuum out of the manifold, and then which sends the vacuum back into the pump here, and then it pumps the fuel out, which would be right here, which goes onto your carb. So obviously your pump internally has failed, and it's not getting the vacuum and pumping it back into the carb. So we'll have to go ahead and have to replace that pump. We'll also replace the fuel filter while we're here too. Just kind of checking the unit over here. As you can see, your air filter is pretty dirty, so I'll go ahead and service that for you. Replace the plug. Go ahead and recommend changing the oil on this thing. Just kind of doing a service would be your best option here. Changing all the fluids and just greasing all the pivots and the cables. Just basically be a full once over front to back if you go ahead and did a major service on it. Going about for the winch contactor here. As you can see, I have it all kind of hooked up right here. If you turn the key on here, you can see you can hear it just clicking. So as I'm checking it here, hitting the contactor, you can see on the light, when I hit it, it's actually turning that light on. So that's just showing it's getting power. That would be your power here out to the winch itself. Your power in would be this guy. This is your power out to the winch. And you can see it's lighting the light up. So it's getting power to there. It's just the contactor is internally failed. So we're gonna go ahead and just need to replace that contactor for you. But other than that, like I said, the service would be good for this thing. Just looks the condition, just kind of recommend probably washing it every once in a while. Just all the dirt and everything caked up everywhere just isn't good for it. It'll blow seals and everything like that. So I'd recommend just doing a major service, changing the oils. You won't need a carb clean. It said it sat for 6 months, but it started up, ran just fine. Other than that, when major service, would go ahead and adjust those valves too, because that could be a reason why your compression is low. Those valves could be a little tight, so your compression could be low that way too. So then that, we'll get a quote on getting that pump replaced, the contactor replaced, and get this thing going for you. Thanks, have a good day.